awesome people. This is the first episode of my new series, 5 Minute Friday. Here I'll talk about, dive into, and hopefully simplify the complexity of the wonderful world of marketing. Let me explain. As most of you might or might not know, I've been working within the industry for more than 20 years. During this time, I worked with a lot of qualified people from both agency and client side, and some of their insight and knowledge has of course rubbed off on me. In combination with my own experience and skills that I harnessed over the years, I feel more than confident to be able to sit here and share some of that insight and some nuggets with you in these series. So with the risk of stealing too much of your time explaining to you what 5 Minute Friday is, let's just jump right into it, okay? Welcome back, you awesome people. So glad to see your keen and smiling faces, ready to join me on this next journey. The first topic of this series is based on a quote from a guy named Harrington Emerson. He was an efficiency expert back in the 20th century, and he wrote a book about the 12 principles of business. As to methods, there may be a million and then some, but principles are a few. The man who grasps principles can successfully select his own methods. The man who tries methods ignoring principles is sure to have trouble. So if we think about the text in context to the marketing ecosystem of today, it's both current and relevant. However, there's not that many small, medium-sized businesses or brands that are utilizing this today. True, there is multiple ways of reaching your consumer, but the growing trend is the temptation of producing as much content as possible over a multitude of platforms and channels to try and reach as many people as possible. And yes, I agree. You should try and you should test and you should do multiple things to figure out how to reach the right consumer. However, it has to be based on the right premise, the right foundation. That's the only way that you can build something that is solid and that can last a lifetime. The most important thing for any structure or build is the foundation. Fail to do so and it can have dramatic consequences. Or, in marketing terms, it doesn't do anything at all. The only thing that can happen is that the brand is tainted, and it's going to make it difficult or even close to impossible to fix. Building a holistic perception of the brand requires focus on the why. So what's the purpose of the brand? What are the values of the brand? What is the tonality or the tone of voice of the brand? Simply put, why should people listen? Why should they care about you compared to all the other brands that exist out there? After all, there is endless ways and platforms where you can share your story. It's gonna be easier and more effective since the gap between the image, the way you want to be perceived, and your profile, the way you are perceived, is going to be smaller. Knowing who your audience or your tribe is, which platforms they're active on, and how they behave on these platforms are imperative. But I'll go deeper into that in an episode later on. For now, let's get back to the current topic. So in short, to recap, what is the definition of your brand principles? What's the why? What's the values? And what's the voice? When you have defined your brand principles, then you'll be able to tell your story and be successful in choosing the right method to reach your customer. So, I just want to say thank you for spending these few minutes with me. If you want more information, just look in the description down below. Hit that like button if you so desire. If you're not subscribing, please do so and follow me on this journey. Until then, I just want to say thank you, be safe, and stay awesome.